What's up? It's your boy Fats. You know, in prison, you don't want to join that type of gangs because you never know what type of situation you might get yourself into when it comes to certain things, like when you join gangs and stuff in the penitentiary. Because it's a whole new set of rules on the street, and when you get in the penitentiary, because most people in prison, you don't even know them. You just got to click up with them, and you don't know how they move. So you might get yourself involved in situations where you might get yourself pulled out, or you might get into a fight or something like that. It just depends on the situation. But yeah, it was this dude named BG. Now, BG was this type of individual that he was from California, but he got caught up in down here in Kansas to where he ended up having him in a penitentiary down here to where he didn't really get along with the gang and how they moved and stuff around there. So they kind of, hit a little beef when it came to certain stuff when it came to that. But yeah, BG was kind of light-skinned dude. He had like the little celly cell braids and stuff like that. He was tatted up, all over from his neck on down. You know, he was kind of buff. He was one of those individuals that walked around the pod like he was cool, but at the time he kind of hit like a little mental breakdown when it came to certain stuff. But yeah, I was in Hutchinson Correction Facility at this time. I get up in the morning because, like I said, I'm the night porter, so I kind of sleep in on breakfast, and I just kind of get up on lunchtime, and that's when the newcomers come up in there. So I get up because I hear like some people in there kind of talking loud and stuff. So I get up, I'm walking to the back, and when I'm walking to the back, I'm looking over to my left right here. And as I'm walking down, I see David, this dude named David over there. Now, David is the person that I get these cigarettes and, he be coming to get cigarettes and things like that from me. So I seen him over there talking to this dude, and this dude over there yelling, "They ain't gonna do shit to me. They ain't gonna do shit to me. They ain't gonna do shit to me." I mean, he would just keep repeating that. "They ain't gonna do shit to me." Keep repeating it a lot louder to where everybody in the pod can kind of hear him. I mean, so I go to the back. I'm back there brushing my teeth, getting myself ready, to go to lunch. That's when that dude BG come back there, and he's like, "Hey, I heard you be having the cigarettes and stuff, blood." And I was like, "Yeah, I be having them. What's up, man?" He was like, "Shit, you think I can get a couple of them?" But shit, I just said, shit, with the way that things was going on out there just a few minutes ago, I was like, "Shit, I don't know, man." So I'll holler at you a little bit later after, I said I get some more, because right now I ain't really got nothing. But I had it, but I was just trying to just kill time. Or maybe you can find it from somebody else or whatever. So I go to chow. After I put my stuff up, I go to chow. I get the chow. I'm sitting at the table. And when I'm sitting at the table, I'm eating, you know, that's when I seen BG come in, and he sat at another table. So then this dude named Stretch, I know that he's the blood because that's where the blood sit at the table over there. So he stand up and he start walking across the little dining hall area. They went over there to BG and they sat down for a second. And then they got up and then they went over there to that table right there. So when he just did that, I said, "Well, shit, I know that he's a blood. So I get back to the dorm. I'm sitting on the bed for a second, and probably about 20 minutes later, that's when BG come around there, and he's like, "Hey, you ever do anything or whatever?" I was already rolling one up, so I was like, "Yeah, man, I go ahead and get you together." So the one that I had rolled up, I gave it to him, and then I put some more in the little paper, and then I gave him the other one so that he can roll it off, so he can just leave. And I was like, "That'd be $4. And he was like, "Yeah, okay." I said, "I'm gonna go get it and I'm gonna go bring it back." So I was like, "All right." So he go get it, he bring it back. And when he bring it back, he's like, "Man, shit, how everything been going on around here?" And I was like, "Shit, everything be cool." I said, "The dorm is cool." I said, "Shit, everybody kind of, work with each other when it comes to certain stuff." So he's like, "Yeah, man." So I give him the stuff, boom. I take it back, put it in my locker. He leave off. He come back, a few seconds later, and he's like, "Shit, what they gonna be doing around here a little bit later or whatever?" And I was like, "Shit, basically, I don't know why he coming back around there talking to the back. I'm back there smoking in the bathroom back there. He's back there doing this stuff, what I'm saying, as well." So I was like, "Hey, man, that little issue that y'all had earlier today, man, what was going on with that?" He was like, "Oh, man, it ain't nothing, man. I'm just involved in something that I just disagree with when it comes to these people, you know, how they just do things. And when he's talking, he got his hands and stuff moving. I noticed that he got the 5-point star with the 5 in there with the blood thing around there. So I'm like, oh, okay. Now I'm seeing what's really actually going on. I mean, because I already know stretching them and, you know what I'm saying, stretch, flex, and button. I already know that they blood. So, all right, now I'm putting every two and two together when it comes to that. And he's talking about they ain't gonna do shit to him, you know. So I was like, shit, so what's going on with that? And he was like, shit, man, ain't really nothing, man. So I was like, shit, just finish my thing off real quick, get left on out. Dinner time come, I guess he go ahead and sit over there with them, you know. I don't know what they over there talking about or whatever, but they over there sitting and stuff. So it's like a little commotion went on over there, like they got a little loud and stuff. So I come back to the little dorm. I'm sitting on the bed for a second, and that's when BG come around there again, and he's like, "Hey, you think you got one more?" So I give him the other one. I said, "Yeah, I got one more." So he goes around and get the stuff. He come back around there, give it to him, get the stuff. He go to the back, you know what I'm saying, do his stuff. So on the way back out, coming past the thing, I'm like, hey, because I'm about to leave out. I'm like, hey, you gonna go to the yard? And he's like, nah, I ain't gonna go to the yard, man. I ain't gonna do nothing like that. I said, I'm just gonna chill up in here. So I was like, all right. I said, you sure you don't want to go out? Cause shit, I was just gonna walk with you, you know, if you wanted to walk the track or something like that, because I already knew that he was already talking some crazy stuff, and I didn't know if it what was going on. So I was like, shit, if you wanted to walk the track to get something off your mind, you know what I'm saying, you can. And he was like, nah, I'm all right, man. I'm just gonna stay up in here, blood. I'm just gonna do, you know. So I was like, shit, all right. So I leave on and I go back out to the yard. Now, when I'm out in the yard, I'm walking the track like I normally do. Come back in, the gym is about to close. So when I'm walking back out, that's when I seen Stretch, Flex, and Button, all of them at the door right there. It's like they was waiting on somebody. I don't know. You can just tell the vibe that they got. They were just waiting on to just make sure that somebody was supposed to come by. So I just walk on by them, get on back to the dorm, you know, get back, take my little shower, sit back on my bed and stuff. The next day, I go to breakfast. So when I go to breakfast, like I said, it's like little altercations going on. You can hear like they disagreeing about, you know, just like they having little conversations going over there, like they disagreeing on certain things, like how, I don't know, you can just tell about the vibe that they getting. They just over there with the motions, like, shit, I don't like this, I don't like this, I don't like the way that y'all doing this. You can just tell about the way that they moving. That's the type of conversation that they having, like they having a disagreement, but they just keep getting louder and louder and louder. So I get back to the dorm, sitting on the bed, you know, waiting on a work call to go. So everybody leave and stuff. So then at nighttime, that's when the porters and stuff, we got to go get our stuff from the stuff out there on the guard shack. So we'll go out there to get my little bucket. So I go out there to get my little bucket, you know what I'm saying, to go back in there so I can do my little cleanup in the showers and the toilets and all that, mop the floor, you know, and stuff like that. So when I get out there, there's this dude over in the next pod over from me. He's like, hey, you fast? And I was like, yeah, man. He was like, hey, won't you go ahead and get his note to BG? He said, but I'm gonna go back in the dorm and I'm gonna get it and I bring it back out. And I was like, all right. So I'm out there waiting. He go in there and get it. He come back out, give me the note. I go in there, put my little stuff up in the bathroom, come back out, BG over there sleep. So I hit the bottom of the bunk like that, you know. Hey, ABG, ABG. And he's like, yeah, man. I was like, see, he got a little note, man. Somebody wrote you a little note, man. He's like, oh, shit, man. So the way he's looking, like he's trying to play like he's asleep or whatever, but like he kind of drowsy or whatever. He don't want to get up too fast. So I give him the note. He get the note. He lay on back down real quick. So I'm like, shit, all right. So I leave on out. So in the morning, I get up, about to go to breakfast because shit, I ain't really sleep that night. So I'm gonna go ahead and go to breakfast or whatever. So after breakfast, I go sit back on my bunk. I'm sitting back in the cube. That's when BG come around there and he's like, hey man, you know what I'm saying? You think I could sit down and holler at you for a minute? And I was like, shit, yeah, man, what's going on with you? And he's like, shit, man, ain't nothing, man. He says just a lot of shit just been going on. I just need to get some stuff off my mind right now. I was like, shit, what's going on? I was like, shit, I see you over there, you know what I'm saying, hollering that stretch them and shit. And I already see the little tattoo on your arm, so I already know that you're affiliated. What's going on? And he was like, oh man, they trying to bless me out because they feel like since I ain't trying to listen to them and follow their commands or whatever that they got going on, they're gonna try to bless me out. But shit, the only people that can bless me out is the people up in Cali. That can't nobody bless me out down here in Kansas because they don't have the OGs down here to kind of do stuff like that. It got to come from like some ranks or whatever. So I'm like, oh, they trying to bless you out? And he was like, I ain't know nothing about blessing out or blessed in or whatever you want to call it. All I knew is that, you know, gangs do stuff, certain stuff like that when it comes to certain stuff. So I'm sitting up in there trying to figure out, you know what I'm saying, basically what's going on with him. And we sitting up there talking, and he's like, shit, man, they just trying to put me on, you know what I'm saying, to certain things. They don't want me to do this and they don't want me to do that. So I'm just listening to listen to him talking. I'm like, shit, man, you know, what type of stuff did you actually got yourself involved in? And he's like, shit, man, you know what I'm saying, the Bloods, you know what I'm saying, they don't really play when it comes to certain stuff. And I was like, shit, I already know that because knowing how situation is with them Bloods and stuff, I already know how things can go down with them. But then he was like, you know, hey, you think you can let me get a cigarette until I get paid or something next week or whatever? And I'm saying to myself, shit, I might as well give it to him because shit, he kind of going through some things. But shit, after he left, I'm saying to myself, shit, did he just sit down and have this little conversation with me because uh, he wanted a cigarette, or was he for real about all this stuff? So I ain't really know. So then, like the next day, I go to Chow. I see them over there. Like I said, they always over there going back and forth when it comes to certain things, when it comes to that little conversations and stuff. So then I come back and I'm like, shit, man, what's going on? Because I see him over there, like I said, I see him always over there talking and stuff to the people. And we be back there smoking. And he came back there and he's like, you think you can give me like the shorts of it? So like he pettying off me. So I'm like, shit, I don't know, man. I said, I don't really do stuff like that. So I flicked a little cigarette off and walked on off. So he's walking right behind me like he trying to say something to me. I don't know if he trying to talk to me or if he needed to talk to me or whatever, but he's walking behind me, you know, like shit, he's gonna do something to me. So I hurried up and hit in my pod, sat down for a second, you know, he walked on by. So then we go to a yard. So on the yard, I come out on the yard, I'm sitting out there on the yard, and so then that's when I seen, you know, Stretch, Flex, and Button, you know, they walking around the pod like they trying to figure something out. I don't know what they was trying to figure out, but they was trying to figure out something. So I was like, shit, looking. So then that's when I seen, you know what I'm saying, BG, he came through the door. So then he went straight to the bathroom. I don't know why he went straight to the bathroom, but he went straight to the bathroom. So he went, when he got to the bathroom, I'm looking and stuff, you know, I wasn't paying attention to how they was moving, and then you can just tell how things is, how when people come in there, when they got different type of clothes on or whatever, you can just tell the environment kind of be different when it comes to stuff like that. So I'm looking at them walk back to the bathroom, and then once they get to the bathroom, I'm saying to myself, shit, but all three of them going in the bathroom for. So all three of them go in the bathroom. And when they get in the bathroom, I don't know what they up in there doing, but you can kind of hear like the scuffling and stuff going on. So then everybody just keep walking back. Ain't nobody going, you know what I'm saying, really looking to see what's going on. But I feel like I'm the only one that's looking at this whole situation. So I'm looking at like, shit, what's going on over there? So I kind of like put myself in the situation because I wanted to see what's actually going on over there because shit, I wanted to know. So I'm walking over there looking at that whole situation. And then, like I said, a few seconds later, that's when, you know what I'm saying, Big G, when he came walking up out there. He came like he was limping or something, like somebody, you know, stabbed him or something. But I don't know if he got stabbed or anything like that. But I know that he come up out the bathroom kind of limping and stuff like that. And blood was just leaking and stuff from his head and stuff. And I was like, damn. So I'm looking at that shit when he walking and all of a sudden he just fell on the floor. And then when he fell on the floor, that's when the police and all them stuff, you know, they came running over there to him and they kind of picked him up, you know what I'm saying, and kind of moved him over to like where the guard little shack was over there until like the medical and stuff, people came over there. And then after that, you know, Stretch, Bud and Flex, they come up out the bathroom, and when they come up out the bathroom, I guess one of them had blood on his shirt or whatever. Police seen that, hurry up and grabbed him up, you know what I'm saying? Put the handcuffs on him, Flex and Bud, they just kept on walking by. They ain't really see nothing on them. So then after that, the police, you know what I'm saying, got everybody cleared the whole situation of the scene. But yeah, when you get involved in gangs in the penitentiary, anything can happen. It could be somebody do something to you because you in a different type of mindset than them. They might want to try to do some type of crazy stuff to you because they feel like just because you're in the gang that you should be under their type of control. But yeah, but like I said, you know what I'm saying, BG didn't want to be in that type of control. He didn't really like the way everything was going on with them. And they wanted to bless my man out over a certain situation because he felt like that he wasn't involved in that whole situation. But yeah, you don't want to get yourself involved in gangs. You want to make sure that you keep a peaceful mind and make sure that you stay focused when it comes to certain stuff because you don't want to find yourself in a situation to where you can end up in the penitentiary. This is your boy Fats. Y'all stay up and y'all be peaceful.